Purpose. No one can create your purpose for you. No one can tell you who to be. So in purpose, you have to create your own purpose. And in evolution, you have to evolve towards that purpose. It's easier to live when you have goals to meet. You understand? If you have goals to meet, then you don't feel so voided, and you understand why every day you're looking at this person in the mirror, because that is the cool part about the game. You get to be anybody you want to be.
I love it.
All right. Welcome. You guys.
Thank you. I love your intro. Fire.
Appreciate it. So again, y'all tuned into another episode of the Power of Ownership Podcast. This is the interview series. This week's guest is going to be Dr. Shelia Pope. She's with Global, Global Real Estate.
I'm a global real estate advisor for Brooks Ballard International.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get to the intro. I'm going to introduce myself for those who hadn't seen this podcast before, and then I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself, and I want to kind of tell them who you are, how you got in the business, so on and so forth. So let me get my intros out the way first, because again, you're a highlight. Again, my name is Brandon B. Dixon. My NMLS is 1541210. It's at Billionaire Loan, also on all social media, including the YouTube. So please like, subscribe, follow, tell a friend to tell a friend, so on and so forth. You can go to my website, applywithb.com. You can book me for a consultation there, or you could apply for a mortgage as well. You can call me 832-775-8357. Call me 24/7 as long as it's about business. And last but not least, don't forget I'm a licensed realtor as well. Go to my website, BrandonBDixon.com if you want to lease, list, so on and so forth. All right, so we got our distinguished guest, Dr. Pope here, and go ahead, give him a 30 to 60 second bio, like what's how you started in the business and who are you, and so on and so forth.
Okay, well, I'm Dr. Shelia Pope. I've probably been known more for being an educator than I have as a realtor, but in the last 2 years, I have been a realtor, and I'm loving it. I just switched over to Brooks Ballard International Real Estate, and I love it because I wanted to do commercial, not only residential, but I wanted to do commercial. And so that's why I came over. I'm excited about that. I'm a mom also, and I have a unique thing. I have a car dealership.
Okay, gotcha. So that's got to go together. Are you get in the car? You got the house. You want to go get the house too?
Yeah, do it all.
Right. Yeah, gotcha. So you say you're an educator. Explain that to the audience that don't know you and stuff. Like, what do you mean educator? You come from like being a teacher? What kind of?
I've been a teacher for over 20-something years. I've taught elementary, high school primarily, and at Texas Southern University and Houston. Well, now it's Houston City College. So yeah, I've been a professor. Did that recently here at Texas Southern University. So, but I'm moving out of that arena and trying to go into staying into ownership. So I love your podcast because that's where I see me doing more of. I want to own it.
Gotcha. All right. Also, before we start with the questions, tell them where they could reach us. I'll put your Instagram up a little bit earlier.
Well, thank you. Yes, I'm on Instagram, and there's my. You already have it there. I'm also on Facebook. Is Dr. Shelia Pope. I think it's Shelia Pope PhD is the way to find me on as for the realtor. So I'm a little bit everywhere, but I think those are my two primary. And I have a website, of course, Shelia Pope at Shelia Pope Dr. Shelia Pope. Ballard International Properties. So,
and this is the phone number right here?
Yes, 832-340-5521. And my actual office is off of it's 8290 West Belford in Houston, Texas.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So that's where you can find her if you want to go ahead and get her for her services, whether you're buying a car or whether you're buying a home. She can help you with either one. All right. So let's go ahead. Dr. Pope, with your the first question here, and then let me explain the show. This is the Power of Ownership podcast. For those who don't know, we have two separate stems of the actual podcast. One is where we focus on solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and we spotlight them and get ask questions about their perspectives. And then the other one, we have a live stream with a super panel on Monday night at 9 p.m. where we have business owners, we have realtors, we have loan officers. We have we had a title company owner on last Monday. So anybody that's in business, and we live stream and we review clips about different facts of ownership, and we talk about it, have a live discussion / debate or whatever. So that's every Monday night at 9 p.m. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get to the first question.
Okay.
So what does ownership mean to you?
Ownership means generational wealth. Ownership means control. Ownership means controlling my destiny.
Gotcha. So expand on that. What do you mean controlling your destiny? Like, so, as far as what's the difference that somebody wouldn't know? All right, somebody might be renting and stuff like that, and they think they're in control of their destiny.
Well, you are until they tell you that they've sold the property. You have to move. Until you, and again, even with mortgage, let's talk about it for real. You can have a 30-year mortgage, but if it's not paid off, you don't own it. Right. And that is the difference. Ownership means to me that I am in total control, 100% of ownership. And I know I hear a lot of people now saying, well, you can share it's a small percentage of something big is better than no percentage. I understand that concept, but when it comes down to your business, I believe I should have 100% ownership in my own business. That's why I like real estate. Real estate allows me to get out here, and yes, I may work for a brokerage, but I own my business. And I love that concept that I can sell luxury commercial properties. But once I sell those properties, I have to split the commission, but it's my commission for my business. And that makes a big difference. And when you're looking at bringing in your family, my daughter, she's doing learning how to do the videos and stuff for me. So we can make this a family-owned business. And so I truly love that.
Gotcha. All right. Let's get to the next one here. All right. So what's the first thing that you ever owned that changed your life?
Believe it or not, I'm going to say a car that changed my life. I've owned a home too before, but the cars have been paid off. And I love the fact that there are assets that I could sell when I wanted to. I could, you can always buy another one, but I like the idea of not having the debt over my head.
So, and how did it change your life? Like, how did
it change my life? Because once you paid it off, okay, this is mine. I can do what I want to do. And when you buy luxury cars and you say, oh, I can own this asset. Yes, it depreciates, but it's mine. And that changed me because it made me see the car industry totally different. I think buying a car as a dealer changed my whole mindset. I would never buy another car again through a traditional dealership.
Right. So owning that car sparked you to a business idea that kind of made you, income, from now on.
It's totally different. When you think about the people are paying $100,000 for a truck, and you could buy that same vehicle for, let's say, $20,000 at the auction, and all the difference of it, the rest of that they're paying for is yours. That makes a total difference in buying a car as a dealer versus buying a car as a customer.
Gotcha.
That changed my life.
Gauge your perspective of that industry, right?
Totally different. Yes.
Right. I got you. All right. So next question: what are you working to own next?
Well, I'm working to continue to own my real estate company. I want to grow it. And then I'm also looking at doing something else, but I'll keep that a secret for maybe the next time I'm on your show. But definitely I'm growing my real estate business. That is the next thing that I'm really putting in. I have the dealership going, but that's not my focus now. My focus now is getting and selling properties so I can buy more cars and I can completely own the cars when I'm selling them and financing them. So it kind of fund each other. So that's the goal now. I'm focused totally on real estate.
Gotcha. All right. Let's go to the next question here. All right. What is the one mistake that you made in business that cost you money, and what did it teach you?
I made silly mistakes, not paying my comptroller's taxes on time. That always did. If you don't even, that's $52 I could have kept. The small things. I think the biggest mistake I've made in business has been not thinking enough about the funding. That has been costly. You can buy a car and you can, and then you don't put enough into it. To sell it, to market it. Those are mistakes I've made. Now, in the real estate business, I'll say I made some costly decisions on when you are out here and you say, okay, I got a listing and I'm putting in the money to do the pictures and all other things that I'm trying to make sure I sell the home. You're going above and beyond. And then at the end of the deal, the seller can change their mind. Mm-hmm. That is money that you don't get back. It's an investment. And so I think those things, I don't regret it, but it definitely made me look at what am I willing to invest on my next listings. Yes, I want to do the videos. I want to do all those things to make it presented in its best way to sell it. But I also want to make sure I'm more cost conscious of my time and my energy.
Gotcha. So watching your bottom line and looking at your profit margin. Right.
Yeah.
I got you. All right.
So, it may not seem like it's a lot, but it costs you time. Right. You can't get that back.
Right.
And then the dollars and cents. That's another one.
Gotcha. I got you. All right, let's go to the next one here. What is one thing people in your industry get wrong?
I think right now is just not being authentic. I'm out here, I'm being my authentic self, and I'm also making sure I have integrity. I think that's, this is not a overnight success thing. I am definitely working and putting myself out here and saying I'm here, but I know also what I say I'm going to do is what I'm going to do. I'm building my brand through who I really am. And a lot of people are telling you a lot of different things out here, but they're not genuine. And they're not also giving you correct information. So I think that's something that I want to continue to set myself apart from other agents out here.
Gotcha. So you say like the influencer realtors and all that kind of not being themselves they're pitching a luxury life and they're not living luxury, so on and so forth.
Oh yeah. Because this is hard work. And I was the other day in a $3.9 million home that's here that's listing at Brooks Ballard International Real Estate, and it was wonderful to go in there and see the home. But I'm looking for the buyer side. I'm not I'm not the seller. So I'm hoping I can find someone, but that's time and energy. I'm filming, doing all the work because I genuinely want to sell luxury properties. And I think that makes a huge difference, but I'm being me. I didn't have a AI video. It was me out there talking. My daughter was helping me, and I sincerely enjoyed that. But I was also sharing from a realistic perspective. That this is important to me, and I want the buyers or people I interact with to know that's Dr. Pope. That's not something you get just for that video. That's me all the time.
Gotcha. All right, let's get to the next one then. If someone had $1,000 and wanted to improve their financial future this month, what would you tell them to do?
I would tell them if they had $1,000 this month, I would say, what do you want to invest it in? What are you trying to do? What's your goal? How much does it cost? Because people say they want to go to school. Well, pay for it. People say they want to sell real estate. Well, you need to pay for the courses. Start somewhere. $1,000 is a start. It's to start in what you need. It's to start in what you want. And again, sometimes you make a couple of steps, and that $1,000 can start you. It may not pay for everything, but once you get going, you'll find another way to get the rest of the money.
Gotcha. All right. And then the next question is, how can the community support you right now?
Well, the community can support me right now by, again, when you see my videos and you see the properties I'm sharing, share the video. Even if you can't buy the property, share it with someone that you might know who can buy the property. Also, make sure you share my information. That's why I'm on here today. If you see me and you say I made a connection with you, I may not be in the market, but I can put your name in someone else's ear. I can share the podcast with someone else, and that will help me tremendously.
Gotcha. So this sharing your content, they're getting you more reach. So Gotcha. All right.
And follow me. You can follow me and keep up with what I'm doing. And that's also a tremendous help.
Gotcha. So last one of the first round question is going to be, who's the ideal client for you and what'll make the perfect referral?
The ideal client for me is someone who's serious about buying, someone that's pre-qualified, but also pre-approved would be great too. Right. The ideal client would be someone that knows that they're ready to purchase a home or sell their home within the next 6 months, and that they're someone that's ready to go, and they want someone like me who they can communicate with and trust, and we can get this thing done from the beginning to the end. Someone that is committed to the process.
Gotcha. So somebody that's kind of already determined.
Yes.
Right. And then, so what'll make the same notice for what'll make the perfect referral? Because some people you're saying that you're trending towards luxury,
Yes.
Is there any particular area you work specifically?
Pearland. I'm in the Pearland area. Now that home I mentioned, that $3.9 million home, it's in Galveston, South Beachside Village. So that's not my listing, but I'm looking for a buyer for that property. And but my area that I serve is Pearland, Texas. So I would love to have you, if you're in Pearland and you know that you, or maybe if you're not in Pearland, but you know someone in Pearland who's looking to move in that Alvin area. I mean, Pearland now is kind of extended. That 288 has got a lot of development there. And I'm not just looking at homes. If you have homes that are being built, our brokerage works, but we can help you with that as well. So I'm working with builders, developers. I'm not just looking at just homes. I'm looking at from the beginning all the way through the process.
Gotcha. All right, so that concludes the end of the first round. Now, are you ready for the rapid fire round?
I'm ready.
Gotcha. All right, let's get it going here. Without further ado, so rapid fire. Favorite business book?
Who Moved My Cheese right now?
And then explain that.
Oh, you know what? Let me scratch that. Made in America by Sam Walton. That's my favorite business.
Gotcha. And why is it Made in America?
Oh my God, it changed my life. If you read it, you'll see he talks about everything. Sam Walton, he talks about how he started Walmart and why he doesn't lease a property and why he buy a property. It gives you a whole lot of insight into how you can become very successful and keep who you are at your core.
Gotcha. I got you. All right. Next question. Best business purchase under $500.
My LLC.
Yeah, a lot of people don't skip that. Yeah, you got to get the.
Gotta have the paperwork.
Right. Why would you say it? I kind of answered for why would you say it?
Yeah, because like I said, without the paper, it's not a legit business, and I do everything legit.
At that point.
It's real. Right. You're in business.
Right. It keeps you on focus. All right.
Yes.
Next one. Morning routine or night owl?
I'm a morning girl. High energy.
Gotcha. And why so? What there's something.
I'm up at 4:30. Say it again.
I said there's something as of late, or you always been like that?
I always been like that. Now I'm dead by 8 or 9. I'm dying out because I'm like this all day, and then.
All right, so you morning person. I got
you.
All right, so next one, biggest opportunity in the next 12 months that you would say.
I think this has been my biggest opportunity. Coming to Brooks Ballard International Real Estate has been a move I'm very, very happy I made because it has opened me up to so many more things that I can do. I'm loving and enjoying the weekly Wednesday meetings. I'm working with a smaller team, and I'm already changing. One of the things they made me realize is that I have to look the part all the time instead of no gene. So to me, this has made me see me in a whole new concept, a whole new way. And I love that. So for the next 12 months, I'm putting in the time, and I expect to see a lot of rewards from it because I have no limits on me here.
Right. Well, now, what would you tell our audience will be the biggest opportunity in the next 12 months?
Their biggest opportunity is to do the same thing. Find somewhere where you can own. Again, this is about an ownership podcast. I own this business, right? So I'm out here saying for the next 12 months, I'm putting in for my business, and I'm giving all that energy I would have gave in a classroom or anywhere else. I'm putting that here. So if anyone else is looking to in the next 12 months, what do you want to do? Do you want to forever work for someone? And you may have to do both while you're doing your goal. But for the next 12 months, what are you focused on to turn your life around that you can say at the end of the day, the money you make will be yours. The time you put in will be for your future. That is important. And I'm not getting any younger. So I think it's key that I look at ownership moving forward.
Gotcha. All right. Next question, rapid fire. What's one business mistake you will never make again?
I think on leases. I think it's so important to know your lease. It's so important to understand what you're getting into when you get into commercial spaces. You need to make sure you're clear on what they expect and what your end is, and making sure you always pay your rent no matter what's going on, because it's different than home ownership. So I think that's probably one of the things that I would never make a mistake again, is not truly understanding where you sign your lease is important. It is definitely important for commercial.
Gotcha. All right. Next question, rapid fire. What's one trend business owners should pay attention to right now?
Business owners should pay attention to what they're investing their time in. And what I mean by that, again, when you're finding your location, when you are setting your business up, you should know and make sure if you're doing partnerships, who are your partners? Is everything in writing? If you're doing it as a solo entrepreneur, you need to make sure you know your numbers, know what you're getting into, look at it. Don't just jump into something without researching. I think everyone should pay attention to your numbers, pay attention to what you're agreeing to do. Because if you can't do it, don't agree to it. And making sure that you stay on point with who you are, not your brand, but who you are as a person. Because that's all that people are buying in real estate. They're getting you. They're getting you.
Gotcha. All right. Next question, rapid fire. If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Don't limit yourself. When I got ready to get into real estate at 26, I chickened out. I was a new teacher, and I said, "Oh, steady money is better than don't know money." And now at this age, I would have said, "Girl, go for it," because I could have done that and still done something else. But I didn't have I was fearful, and so now move forward on it. What could happen?
Right. Exactly. All right, I got you. All right. So, what's one belief that you hold that most people disagree with?
I believe that you can be successful. I don't think there's anybody holding you back other than yourself. Now, some people might say, "Well, what about other barriers? You know, I got kids, I got this, I got that." You have that, but that's still not the reason for you not being successful. So I think the only person that's holding you up is you. A lot of people don't agree with that. They got 20 other things they can tell you about that's holding them up. I don't agree. I realize fear has been one of the biggest barriers I've had to overcome. Fear and lack of preparation has been a problem.
Gotcha. All right. Next rapid fire question. What's the best investment you've ever made in yourself?
My education.
Okay.
I put in a lot to be Dr. Pope. I put in a lot of time and sacrifice to become Dr. Pope, and it's the best thing that ever could have happened to me. Not because it gives me the PhD, but it showed me what I could do as a person. Through all of my things that I was going through, it showed me that when I set my mind to something, I can accomplish it. And then it also gave me a different level. When you say the 3%, top 2% of the world has their PhD, I like being a member of that percentage. I like that. That's why I like luxury listings. That's why I like luxury cars. I like doing the most.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what they say. Like, there's a book of, make your bed the first thing. It's not about, just making a bed. It's about that first thing in the morning. You have that sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
And that goes throughout the day. So, gotcha. All right. So, next question. What's one thing you're saying no to this year?
I'm saying no to anyone that does not support me. I have a lot of people in my world that like to attach themselves. I was watching Pinky Cole and she mentioned ticks. She said people like ticks like the attached to you and they suck you dry. I am saying no to a lot of opportunities that don't pay, a lot of opportunities that are time drains. So I'm saying no to a lot of those things that are not financially beneficial to me.
Yeah, if the outcome ain't income.
Don't call me. In the words of the poet, if it ain't about money, don't be calling me up.
Gotcha. Outcome got to be income.
Yes.
So, all right. So next question. What habit has made you the most money? What habit has made you the most money?
Consistency and being dependable.
Okay. Explain.
Because I'm dependable, people hire me. They know I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. And consistency, they know I am what I say I am all of the time. My students knew that. Clients know that. That makes a difference. Because when I tell you, like today you called and said, "Hey, about the podcast," I said, "Okay, let's do it right now." I got on the podcast. When I'm ready to do something, I'm going to follow through with it. And that's how I make money. If a seller's calling, I'm following up with the call. I get an email, I'm following up on what I get. That is important. And I think that sets anybody apart because you want money. People have to know they can depend on you and you will follow through consistently.
Gotcha. All right. We're getting near the end here. All right. So who has influenced your business journey the most?
gonna say right now, is it you are you looking for a person or a thing?
Well, who? So it'd be
Well, I'm gonna say right now, I'm gonna just say faith. Faith is so God. I'm gonna put God in there because that is the center for me. I think He has definitely influenced my business journey because, again, I say I have been moving freer in the fact that I'm not focused on fear now. I'm focused on what I can do. I'm focused on barriers that I know, okay, if I can't figure out today, I know with a little time and prayer, a little strategy, real life research, I can make it happen. So I would say God and my faith level has definitely influenced my business journey because it takes time to jump out here and do this. You have to really know when you say, I'm going to start a dealership or I'm going to sell houses. You have to understand that you don't eat if you don't work. And I would not be at this point if I didn't trust God.
Gotcha. I got you. All right. So last question, and then we can roll out. One word that describes your success. One word that describes your success.
I think astonishment. Because sometimes even I'm astonished at what God has done.
Explain that.
Meaning that, again, it's easy to say that you do what you say you're going to do. But when you wake up and say, I'm going to go into a male-dominated industry, being a female, and you say, I'm going to leave what I know and I'm going to go out here and be successful at it. And I'm not talking about just making money. I mean the actual go get your license. Then not only go get your license, start selling, start doing the things you have to do. All this is self-motivated. So for me, I'm astonished all the time when I look this weekend, July the 4th, I told my children 2 years ago in Galveston, I would be selling luxury properties in Galveston. And on July the 4th, I was selling luxury properties in Galveston. I was astonished by that, but I knew what it took to do it, but it was still like it happened. It was happening. And I have to look back and say, that is just not, but because I'm hoping and praying. I'm working. I'm putting forth the effort. I'm making all the commitments and I'm paying because real estate is not a cheap business. You pay out before you long make any money.
Right. There's a lot of fees, right?
Lot of fees. Right. And so to see myself there on the 4th of July, I was very happy at I was astonished at the things that have been happening. And I still call that success because my children, my daughter said, Mama, whatever you say you're going to do, you always do. So my kids are watching me when I say I'm doing something. They see it. These are not things people talk about manifestation. No, this is working, strategy, plotting. It's a lot of effort into being successful, and I put a lot of time into it.
Gotcha. All right. So, Dr. Pope, I definitely appreciate you stopping by. Tell them one more time, tell the community one more time where they could find you. And I got your banners ready here. I know Instagram is one of them, but tell them everywhere they can find you. And then if they want to seek your services or even your car lot, or tell them everything.
Okay, well, right now I'm gonna stick to, as my broker says, stick to real estate, Dr. Pope. So today I'm gonna focus on the real estate. So you can find me on Instagram, of course. You can find me on Facebook. I think it's Shelia Pope PhD. Just put in Dr. Shelia Pope, and I come up on Facebook. Also, my website, you can go to Brooks Ballard Properties, and I have a website there as well. So that's pretty much where you can find me. And YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, Dr. Pope TV. So you can find me on YouTube as well. And you have my number. If someone is looking for to sell their home, or they are a buyer and they're looking to buy a property, just give me a call at 832-340-5521. And again, I'm Dr. Shelia Pope, a global advisor for Brooks Ballard International Real Estate.
Gotcha. We definitely appreciate it. And we're going to end the show as we always do with our outro, what we call hashtag deliberate. So this is a real, as you see, a guy that was in 8th grade that was doing as most boys try to do, is dunk, and he set out to do it, and he achieved his goal. So
success.
Success. So that's what we ended the podcast with. Until next time, we'll say see you later. Peace.
Good, good. Once he got it out the way.